Opportunist of Crypto Broker Academy. Today I wanted to share with you the details of what would be happening once our beloved GX tokens gets listed on a public crypto exchange, which is actually right around the corner. So we want to be prepared and have an understanding of that rollout process, which will be led by a public press release by that exchange, letting all of their user base know about a new token that will be accessible on their platform, which of course brings tremendous amount of PR and publicity to our beloved GX tokens, which is of course extremely beneficial in the awareness of what this token does, as well as it will introduce a new category of people that are not customers of the GX Nitrous platform, that are not interested in becoming brokers or acquiring the tokens to unlock their brokerage, but rather speculators that come into the market just because they, through the press release, through the understanding of what this token is and the utility of that token, know that people who are interested in unlocking a GX brokerage will need the tokens. Thus, they are preempting the demand and buying up as much of these tokens as they can as a part of their crypto portfolio. And as they see the price rise, then they may liquidate it, but they're going to buy these up. And there may be a large amount of people that just for curiosity's sake, just for diversification's sake, they may buy up tremendous amounts of these GX tokens and have very little interest in actually participating in the platform. And those are, of course, the speculators of the market. Beyond that, existing brokers, or actually anyone that is holding GX tokens, would be able to place an ask on the exchange. And an ask is simply the lowest price that a seller would be willing to sell or let go of the tokens or any instrument or any utility or any asset. That is the ask of the market. Similarly, a customer can place a bid, which is the highest amount they'd be willing to pay for a asset or any sort of token. In this case, what will happen is that brokers can now be able to liquidate GX tokens. Now keep in mind, you do want to keep the minimum amount to keep your brokerage if that's something that you intend on growing. But if you have any extra, and that's why there's a lot of brokers that are buying a lot more than just the minimum 1,000 amount of GX tokens that they need to unlock their brokerage, because they understand that there's going to be a secondary market, and this is the introduction of the secondary market. And the value of the GX token on the secondary market will be comprised of the bid and ask that is determined by the buyer and the seller. And as well, customers would then be able to not just buy GX tokens from the company directly if there's any left to be bought from the company, but they can now also buy from a public exchange, which may have the price different based on the bid and the ask that's determined by the buyers and sellers on a free economy, on an open market. And that is how a value of a token would be determined. Beyond that, this being placed on one major exchange would validate us to many other larger size exchanges, and that would snowball us to getting onto bigger and bigger exchanges and really making a name for the GX tokens, validating it on multiple different exchanges around the world that would encapsulate GX token as a very solid token to add to your portfolio. So in preparation for this, we need to be mindful of just the free flow market that is going to be created. And if you want to take advantage of it, you would be loading up on as many GX tokens as you possibly can, enhancing your brokerage network as much as you possibly can, because this is going to introduce a lot more people into not just the awareness of what GX token is, but maybe in their understanding, in the public press releases, they may say, hey, you know what? I'm in the world of crypto. I may actually want to become a GX broker, and you want to, of course, capture as many of those people that gain a curiosity out of these press releases from these exchanges and join the network of GX brokerages. And you want to make sure that your network collects those brokers that come from those exchanges and the press releases, so that you can best increase your volume inside of your brokerages, because most likely these people are very well acquainted with crypto to the point where they're reading about it, and they may trade it, they may do a lot of things with it, and that is quite advantageous to capture those low-hanging fruits. So be wise about what is happening, and know that once we are on those exchanges, things are going to really begin to accelerate, and there may be a huge depletion of the circulating amount due to the fact that a lot of people would be buying up these tokens much quicker than right now, and you should be aware of that. I think people, once they realize that there is a finite quantity of them, and that in order to unlock your brokerage you need them, I think there's going to be a frenzy of acquiring the tokens and then hoarding them to sell at higher prices. And I think the speculators will become wise to that, and you may have crypto whales or people that have deep crypto pockets come into the market and buy up large portions of GX tokens. And so now is a great time to preempt that market and get yourself set up, get your brokerage set up, get your organization as deep, as wide as possible, so that you can capture in on that huge growth that will come from the price value of GX tokens, which will be determined by these two factors, as well as the new flow of customers and brokers, hopefully, into your GX brokerage network. I'll catch you on another whiteboard breakdown.